Cosmological arguments represent a compelling family of philosophical reasoning that seeks to demonstrate the existence of God. Rooted in observations of the universe, these arguments posit that the cosmos, in its very being, points towards a necessary and ultimate cause. Cosmological arguments have resonated throughout history, finding expression in the works of philosophers from Plato and Aristotle to modern thinkers. Their enduring appeal lies in their ability to bridge the gap between empirical observations and metaphysical inquiries. By examining the contingent nature of the universe, cosmological arguments aim to unveil the necessity of a self-existent eternal being, often identified as God. Cosmological arguments typically begin by establishing the undeniable reality of the universe. They then proceed to argue that the universe, in its existence, is contingent, meaning it is not self-explanatory and relies on something else for its being. This dependence on an external cause leads to a chain of reasoning that ultimately culminates in the affirmation of a necessary being. This being, unlike the contingent universe, possesses existence as an essential attribute. It is the uncaused cause, the ultimate ground of being upon which the existence of everything else depends. Cosmological arguments take on diverse forms, each emphasizing different aspects of the cosmos to make their case. Some highlight the universe's beginning in time, while others focus on the intricate order and design observed in nature. Regardless of their specific approach, all cosmological arguments share a common thread: the belief that the universe's existence in its various facets points beyond itself to a transcendent and ultimate reality. The Islamic cosmological argument, deeply rooted in the Quranic verses and the teachings of Islamic scholars, presents a compelling case for the existence of God. This argument rests on the fundamental premise that the universe, in its entirety, is contingent and originated from a singular uncaused cause, God. Central to this argument is the concept of huduth, an Arabic term signifying coming into being or origination. This concept underscores the transient and dependent nature of the universe, implying that it cannot be self-existent, but must have been brought into existence by something eternal and self-sufficient. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, explicitly states that God is the creator of everything, including the heavens and the earth. Verse 3:190 reads, "Verily in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the alternation of night and day, there are indeed signs for men of understanding." This verse emphasizes the purposeful creation of the cosmos, suggesting that its existence is not arbitrary, but rather the result of a deliberate act by a conscious creator. The Quranic emphasis on the universe's created nature forms the bedrock of the Islamic cosmological argument. Islamic scholars, drawing upon the Quran and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, have elaborated on this cosmological argument. Notable figures like Al-Ghazali and Ibn Sina have formulated sophisticated versions of this argument, emphasizing the universe's dependence on an external cause. They argue that every entity within the universe, from the smallest particles to the grandest galaxies, owes its existence to something else. This chain of dependence cannot regress infinitely, as it would lead to an absurdity, an infinite chain of causes without a first cause. The principle of sufficient reason is a powerful philosophical tool that supports cosmological arguments. It asserts that everything must have a reason or a cause. In the context of cosmology, this principle challenges us to consider why the universe exists rather than not existing. If the universe has a cause, what could be its nature? The principle of sufficient reason leads us to conclude that the universe's existence is not self-sufficient. It must rely on an external cause, which is both necessary and self-existent. This cause, as cosmological arguments suggest, is what many understand as God. The principle not only reinforces the necessity of a first cause, but also enhances our understanding of the universe's contingent nature. By applying this principle, philosophers and theologians argue that the existence of the universe, with all its complexity and order, cannot merely be the product of random events or infinite regress of causes. Instead, it points decisively towards an ultimate cause, which itself is uncaused, making it the fundamental anchor of all existence.